YouTube. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got a little bit of weird reflection here, but I think we're just going to stick with it. Oh, what is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Thank you for joining me here for another installment of Hashtag Mindset Monday. Got a little bit of a new setup going here. I'm trying to make everything just look beautiful. Let's see. That's good enough, right? Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. Anywho, happy Monday. Hope you are doing amazing out there, wherever it is you are watching from. Today, I wanted to talk about mental diet. This is very important. And the more I talk to people, the more, clients I speak with, the more people I chat with. Hello, hi, thank you, welcome. The more people I chat with in Facebook groups and things like that, I'm noticing that manifesting stuff or trying to manifest or techniques, things like that, whether or not you're visualizing, scripting, affirming, I am lovingly calling VSA now, your VSA, nobody really has like that big of an issue with it. And if anything, it just takes a little bit of a tweak. Like, for example, if you're doing your visualizations from the third person perspective, like you're watching yourself on a movie, you want to make sure that you tidy that up and start viewing everything from first person. If you're doing scripting, you want to make sure that you're in a good mood when you do it. You want to make sure you're doing it from a place that makes you feel good. You want to only script about things that make you feel good and not, definitely don't try to out script bad feelings, because you don't want to just like cement negativity or doubt or fear or anything into your affirmations and stuff. And I'm sorry, your your scripting, your story, or whatever that you're rewriting. And then if you're doing affirmations, my biggest tip is to write your own affirmations. And it's great to start with some that already exist, or some from other teachers or from me or whatever. But it really resonates more with you if you come up with your own affirmations, and those can come from your scripting, and you can do all three in like a process. So you start by meditating, or at least getting yourself to a like a theta brainwave state, the state akin to sleep before you fall asleep, when you're able to slip messages like under the door essentially, and they go right into the subconscious so that they can manifest for you. So if I were, when I'm really trying to manifest something, or if I'm doing a deliberate session, I'll do meditation. Then you go in your meditation, you bring in your visual scene. Actually, let me rephrase that. I think I would rather script first. So script first so that you know what you want to visualize. You can write out your story. You can write out a short scene. I'll get to that in a second. You can write out a short scene. What was I saying? Shit. Sometimes comments just totally throw me off and get me confused, lose my train of thought. So do your scripting and then go into your visualization so that you know exactly what you're trying to visualize. You know the scene that you're bringing in, and you can kind of get really clear and have it on paper before you start visualizing, so that you have as much detail and you can make it as clean and crisp as possible. And then it's easier for you to just like get laser targeted focus. Hi Fiona. I do not dance or play sports. I am a musician. I sing. Yeah. Anyways, so after I would do a scripting session, so I know what it is I want to go into visualize. Then you go into your meditation. Then you go play your scene, and you play it over and over and over and over from the first person. Give it all the tones of reality so it feels real. Hear it, feel it, taste it, smell it, touch it, see it as much as possible. And then when you come out of your meditation and your visualization session, you can script again, or you can use affirmations that reinforce whatever it is that you are trying to manifest. And this isn't necessarily like you have to do it in this order, but this is a way that you can use them all together, and you can pull your affirmations out again out of your scripting. Writing things like, for example, let's say you're struggling with job, people taking you seriously in your job. Everybody loves my ideas. People are always commenting on my innovation. People love when I'm in a meeting because I bring so many new ideas to the group. People love working with me. People love collaborating with me. People are always impressed by the things that come out of my mouth. People are always saying that they wish they had thought of my idea or whatever. You can just like rewrite the story you want to tell and then use those as your affirmations as well. So everything is like, it's organic, it's native to you, it resonates with you, and it really tells the story of what exactly you're trying to manifest. So long story short, 6 minutes in, all I was saying with that is that that part is usually not the issue people have, because your technique doesn't really matter. It's the belief that you have, the knowing that you have that this is meant for you and this is going to be your reality. That's what manifests. So whatever any of those techniques that you have to use to convince yourself, or to make that mental connection, that mind body connection, that soul mind connection, whatever, that's what the techniques are for. So they're not necessarily what is manifesting for you. It's not the function of it. It's the reinforcement. It's the belief. It's the basically convincing you that your goal is reachable, because we all manifest at all times, all day, every day. We're always manifesting, and we always have been, and our entire world is a reflection of all of our past manifestations, feelings, thoughts, beliefs, etc. So when you are waiting for, after you do this, after you do your sessions and you have this thing, hey, I manifested a boyfriend, I manifested a new job, I manifested getting accepted to a school, I manifested a new house, whatever it is, the in between time, that's where the trouble lies. That's where it's hard. That's where, not hard, but that's where the work comes in, and that's where the focus comes in. Anybody can sit down and write a fairy tale about how awesome they want their life to be. But if you don't work on that every single day and make it your goal and make it the point of what you're doing to train your mind to stay in that end goal, it's going to take a long time for that to reach you, because you're essentially like putting out the beacon for it and then taking it away, and then putting out the beacon for it and then taking it away. Every time you react to the world that you live in, you react to your physical world. Anytime you say, oh, this isn't working, it's taking a long time. Anytime you entertain circumstances like, well, four other people applied for this job, or they're really looking for someone with more experience or whatever, you are basically canceling out that manifestation, and then you're gonna have to go back in and redo it, and not necessarily redo your visualization. Of course you should, but you're gonna have to switch your vibration and change your mind back, and switch back into that vibrational reality and stay there for that thing to come to you. So your mental diet is really important in the meantime, because this is where the meat and potatoes is. This is the training. This is the if you were an athlete, you wouldn't go to practice, once a week and then expect to go to the Olympics or whatever. Like, those people are training all day, every day, when they're not actually working out. They're thinking about their workouts. They're running their things through their head. They're planning what they're going to do. They're prepping themselves physically, mentally, and emotionally to run the race or whatever they're doing. So it is so important that you don't just, let me just preface this by saying, you can set it and forget it with manifestations. That's not what I'm referring to, because those easy ones, they happen all day, every day. It's always constantly happening. And if you can, practice enough and build your faith, you can get there. But I'm talking about the manifestations that are hard to get, or the ones that are big, the ones that you feel like are not working, the ones that take a long time, the ones that you worry, again, about circumstance, the ones, if a third party's involved, someone's in your way, some things in your way, some limiting belief is stopping you. That is where the mental diet comes in, because again, you're just going to be canceling out. You're just going to be in a loop of just constant loop of trying to manifest, canceling it out, trying to manifest, canceling it out. And as you can see, it's going to take a long time for you to actually get there if you're not remaining focused and diligent and eye on the prize during the downtime, during, the days when your thoughts start to wander, and in the doubts, when people say things and it knocks you off your game. Like, I know how that goes. I deal with that every single day as well. Like, I'm there with you guys. So rituals are super, super important for me personally. And again, you have to find your own process. You have to really perfect it for yourself. You should be every day testing your power by making lists of things that you want to manifest, writing down 5 to 10 things that are benign, you don't really have to have any sort of emotional attachment to. I found a feather on the ground. I got a high five from a stranger. Somebody complimented my smile. Things that aren't important to you, but something that you can write down and you would recognize if it came about in your world. And then you should record it, write down, when it happened, maybe what you were feeling. And this is a way for you to start building your faith in what you're doing, building your faith in your power, which is part of helping you remain steadfast in your end goal. Because the more you trust yourself, the more you trust the universe, the more you believe that what you want is possible, the easier it gets to maintain that mental diet and maintain that focus and maintain living as the version of you that has always had the thing you want or has already gotten the thing you want. And you want to take yourself past the point of manifestation. And I say take yourself well past it, just so that you're not manifesting like that moment and stopping. So if you're trying to manifest a relationship with somebody and you're visualizing a marriage, a wedding day, I always say that doesn't imply that your marriage is good. It doesn't imply that your relationship is healthy and mutually respectful and monogamous. It doesn't imply that you stay married. It just implies that you got married. So imagine your 5th anniversary or something like that. Imagine your person telling you that you're the only one for them and they never want to be with anybody else and they're happy to spend the rest of their lives with you. Something that implies the nature of what you want as well, not just the fact that you got something, but that, how does it make you feel? And when you implant and you combine that feeling with the belief, with the knowing, then you're making it stronger, you're solidifying it, and you're giving yourself something to anchor to. If you know that I felt such relief, joy, ease, clarity, and freedom, you know what those things feel like. So you can pair your affirmations, for example, when your mind starts wandering, start bringing in your affirmations of I am, what was I saying earlier? People love to be around me. People love my ideas. People are always complimenting me. What does that feel like to be accepted by somebody? What does it feel like to be respected? Take a time when you have experienced these emotions, match them, like soak them in, understand what they feel like, and then match them with your affirmations and your ideas and things like that. These are just ways that you can cement your belief and your trust and your knowledge in yourself, because no matter how much you visualize or script or affirm or do these exercises, it can go away in a moment. Someone says the wrong thing to you, or you look in the mirror and don't feel so good for a second, and it can just spiral and just snowball your whole day away. So practicing retargeting your focus, and every time you feel that shift and you start entertaining things of the physical world and anchoring yourself back to this reality, you need to start saying those affirmations over and over and over and over and over again, and just really try cleaning up your vibration. And this has to be a habit. Like, you can't sleep on it if you're trying to manifest something that feels big or that feels insurmountable, that feels hard, that feels difficult. If you can, oh, sorry, that was loud. If you can detach from that, detach from the neediness of it, detach from that feeling of like, I gotta have it, it's gotta happen, I'm making it happen, I need this is come, like it has to come. You gotta get rid of that level of desire, not desire, how do I word this? Neediness. It's really, you can't be needy with it. You have to just chill. You have to be confident in your knowing, and that comes with practice. It comes with working your muscle and manifesting small things that don't matter to you so that you can see them constantly pop in your reality, and you're like, oh yeah, I did that, oh I did that, oh I did that, and I didn't even try. I did that and I didn't even try. I did that, it came so easy. And the more you see how easy these things come, the more you build that knowing that you are the operative force, and it's always been you and always will be you. So if you're having trouble, yeah, just you have to remain focused. Like, think of it as something you're trying. Think of it as a degree you're trying to get, or a marathon you're trying to prep for. You have this ongoing practice that doesn't really stop, and it's always on the forefront of your mind, because it's so important that you stay connected into that new realm, that new reality, that new way of thinking, that or else you're just gonna be where you are, and you're just gonna be spinning your tires. You're gonna be stuck in a cycle, and it's very frustrating. I definitely know how frustrating it is. So just want to take some time to let you guys know I do have a new masterclass that is completely free to attend, to take. It is 5 secrets you need to know to manifest a specific person. It's just some ideas that kind of help you get over a lot of the things that come up, like third parties, distance, past history with somebody, someone that said they never want to see you again, someone that's not returning your calls or reading your text messages or whatever. So if you want to check out that masterclass on YouTube, the link is below, and then on Facebook, it's in the group. Also, YouTubers, if you haven't joined my Facebook group, Black Moon Society, you can also click the link below. That's for anybody looking to banish negative thinking and self-limiting doubts and bring love, clarity, and joy into their lives. I'm always in there commenting, helping you, guiding you, giving you advice and ideas and affirmations and all kinds of stuff. So please go ahead and join that if you'd like. And I have I have all kinds of free stuff down in the description. So does anybody have any questions? What are your thoughts? What are you having trouble with focusing on? What's causing you issue? What have you been manifesting for a while that's not showing up, etc., etc., etc.? Sorry, I'm tired today. I did Ancestry.com earlier this year, and yesterday I just went to go meet one of my new aunts that I didn't know existed. We found my dad's long lost family. So anybody that is considering doing Ancestry, not that this, hey Sheldon, not that this is supposed to be a plug for them or that it's sponsored by them in any way, but I did just go meet my new aunt yesterday, and it was really awesome. So yeah, just if you are having trouble staying focused, be diligent in your practice. Write out exactly what you want. Script it, visualize, do rituals every day, morning and night. I like to do, if you guys watch Jake Ducey's channel, he has really awesome videos that he just has a really great spirit, really great personality, really great he's just really positive. And then at the end of his videos, he does like half an hour of affirmations on a loop. So after you go through the video and you kind of hear what he has to say, then he does affirmations for it, and you just kind of soak that in. And sometimes I'll do my scripting while I'm listening to that before I go to bed, and sometimes I write out what he says, and then I start doing my own, and just getting myself into the right frame of mind before I go to bed, because you want to clean up your vibration. You want to like basically clear out, purify all of the shit from the day. Everything from your day, everything from the past, everything that might be lingering. You want to clear all of that out before you go to bed or before you do your meditations to manifest or whatever. I like to do mine before bed just because I'm already falling asleep, so it's a good time to bring that stuff in there. But it's really important that you clean up your vibration before you go in, because if you are taking your like carrying your baggage from the current reality into your meditation process or your visualization process, you are you're literally bringing it in. You're bringing those feelings, you're bringing those emotions, you're bringing the old reality in there with you, and that's not good because you're trying to ascend to new levels. So clearing out your vibration, purifying that up before you come in, you go to bed or whatever you're doing is really important. So I like to stretch before I go to bed, oxygenate my blood, relax myself a little bit, listen to videos or affirmations, and then script out gratitudes and affirmations as well, writing up at least a page of affirmations, and then I'll decide what my scene is going to be for that night. Sometimes it's the same scene, sometimes it's a different scene. There, several things I'm trying to manifest. So, excuse me, there are several things that I'm manifesting. So, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll bring that scene in there, and then just over and over and over and over until I fall asleep. And then a lot of times I'll dream about it, which is always good. Then you know that it was heard and it was accepted, and that it is being produced for you, and will come into your life. Okay, any more questions? Oh shit, I didn't see all these. Okay. Not having patience seems to be your issue. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So it's a struggle. I know that. I definitely get it because I'm the same. I got to do it every single day too. And I think I mean, I don't want to say that you should make this your whole life, but hey, but it does need to be part of your practice, your daily practice. Refocusing, diligent attention. Pay attention to your thoughts and how you feel. And when you notice them slipping, it's just like when you're meditating. When you're meditating and your mind is clearing, and then you start like slipping away and like viewing, like for me sometimes these dumb little like movies start playing that have nothing to do with anything. I'm not even a character. It's just like these random scenes I'll start seeing. And then I have to like bring my focus back to the center. I like to keep my eyes pointed at my third eye, like they're almost like crossed and behind my eyelids, and that helps me stay focused. And so usually when my eyes start to like go back to normal, that's when these weird movies start playing in my head. So then I bring it back to center and refocus. And that's really what you have to do with your daily focus. Like you need to be paying attention to how you feel all the time. You need to be paying attention to your thoughts. You need to be paying attention to your triggers. You need to be paying attention to the things that set you off. Know that it's going to set you off. Know that when something sets you off in this manner, this is how you behave, or this is how you respond. And then you have, I call it a toolbox or a toolkit. You have thoughts at the ready, things you can do, physical, like moving yourself into a new space, dancing, singing a song, doing jumping jacks. You have to like know yourself, because up until this point, you've just been operating on autopilot, and your autopilot is writing the story for you. It's just like spewing out emotions and shit, and that's what's going to be showing up back in your life. So you got to turn autopilot off. If you want to gain control, you want patience, you want to know that your shit is coming and not doubt it, you need to turn your autopilot off, and you need to start paying attention to yourself. Pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to your triggers, pay attention to all of it, your responses, the way you feel in all moments. You need to make it a priority to care about how you feel and care about what's going on in your mind, or else you're not training it. That's like, again, it's like saying that you want to run a marathon, but you're not willing to practice every day. Like, you're going to pull some hamstrings. I can tell you that from personal experience. You have to, it's all part of running the race. You don't just do part of it. You don't just eat your Wheaties and show up at the race and be like, I'm ready to go. Like that's what I think a lot of people are doing. Like, and I mean, eat your Wheaties as in like doing your manifestational exercise, your VSA, your visualizing, your scripting, affirming. I did that. How come my thing's not coming? Well, did you immediately go out of your session and then start thinking about how shitty your life is and start wondering when the phone call's coming? Or did you go into your life, focus on something else that doesn't make you emotionally triggered, feeling a sense of loss or doubt, and then when you did feel that feeling, you caught it, you acknowledged it, you you're taking stock of it. You're saying, okay, this made me feel like this. I know this feeling is coming. I need to flip my shit right now. I need to start rewriting that story. You tell yourself these things over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Whatever it is, you have to affirm it 10,000 times. And on 10,001, that's when it sticks. It is a practice, and you cannot be lazy about it and then expect your big manifestations to show up because you don't think that it's possible. You have blocks, you have ideas, you have preconceived notions, you have limitations, you have past history, you have expectations, you have insecurities, all of these things. Everything that you've ever experienced in your life is causing you to not fully believe that this is possible or that it's coming or that it's easy or that it could come right in this very moment, whatever it is. So that's why it's so important to pay attention all the time. Care about how you feel, care about what you're thinking about, and flip it. Flip that story every time. Every time you start to say something that is contrary, like I know he's calling and I know that it's going to work out, but he hasn't said anything in like a week. There you go. You just fucked it up. Actually, he's thinking about me right now and he's thinking about calling me. And then move into a physical space doing something else. Do something to busy your mind and your hands. Do something, do busy work on a project, call somebody, turn on some music. Like, have these things ready to deploy. Know that you need to have an escape route. Basically, you have to know ahead of time. Know yourself, know your plan, know your triggers. Be diligent, care about how you feel, pay attention all the time. It is, again, it's a practice. You don't eat your Wheaties and then show up to a marathon expecting to win. You run every single day. You think about your path, or your muscles are firing in your mind all day long. You eat, sleep, and breathe it because it matters. Nothing else matters more than the life you're living, right? Like, nothing. So it's not selfish to pay that much attention to yourself because everything radiates out from within. And if you want to show up as a 10 to anybody in your life that you have, you want to show up as a 10 to your job, you want to show up as a 10 to your kids, you want to show up as a 10 to your family, you can't do that if you're just like letting how you feel willy-nilly determine, how the story goes. You need to pay attention. And the people in your life deserve it, but the people in your life are also reflections of you. So you deserve it. You deserve it. It's your trip on this planet. This is your turn with the controller. So don't sleep on yourself. Don't slack. Pay attention, care, do the work, because there's no other possible work that could be more important. Literally nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Even if you say something like helping other people or raising children. Well, again, do you want to show up as a frazzled, stressed out, emotionally triggered, like basket case? Not saying that's how you are, but just think of it like this. Or do you want to show up as believing in yourself, loving yourself, having so much love to give other people, understanding the way that you feel so that you can treat others with respect, aka treat yourself with respect? That's the kind of person that needs to be out there helping people, not somebody that's running themselves ragged and doesn't know how to take care of themselves. Like, what kind of lesson are you giving to other people if that's the you that you're showing up as? So put yourself first, knowing that everything, again, radiates out from within, and you can't go wrong if you're working on this, because this controls all of it. Everything in your life starts here, all of it. Woo, girl, sorry, I can talk, and I got coffee in me. Okay. Yes, you are a 10 at everything you do, girl. You want to hear my story? What part of my story do you want to hear? Hello, man from the dark side. I really wish these comments scrolled on here, because I'm like missing all this stuff. Whew. So yeah, my story, I was a negative Nancy. Not necessarily negative. I just did not know. I didn't know what positive negative meant. I had no clue what that meant when people said it. It just like went over my head. And I was like, whatever. And I was negative for sure. But not in like probably in a bad way. Because you just don't know. And you're like responding to how the world comes at you. And just reacting and stuff. So I was negative. I have yeah, I manifested my marriage. Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that because Jasmine, if you guys watch Jasmine's channel, her she used to be called Manifest a Specific Person. I think that was the name of the channel. Now it's called Advanced Manifesting Made Easy on YouTube. Jasmine, her and I, we just did a collab yesterday, so that's coming out on Friday, and we're talking about manifesting a person back into your life, somebody that you have past history with. So you have preconceived notions, you have limitations, you have circumstance, all that stuff. So Friday we're doing 2 parts. Part 1 will be on my channel, part 2 will be on her channel. So check that out. But yeah, I manifested my marriage. So yeah, so I was manifesting really good before I knew what I was doing. And that's actually what led me to discovering the law of attraction, is because I had an experience that was so crazy that I like, it just set me on this new path, because I didn't know if I had manifested it or predicted it, which is the same thing, so, which I learned later. But that's what set me on my path. I manifested a person, and I was like, oh my God, something is going on. Something is at hand here. Let me figure this out. I was like, if I made it happen or I predicted, either way, hell yes, I'm going to explore that, but I need to figure out what the hell happened. So I eventually was led to The Secret. That got me understanding law of attraction and things like that. And then and I was already with my I think we were already engaged at that point, actually, with my fiance, or he's now my husband. But the thing about that was just like, I've always been intuitive. So like when I met my husband, I knew I was going to marry him. I always knew, just from the moment I met him. Like it was just, there wasn't a question. And we even broke up. We had a tumultuous relationship in the beginning, when we were young, because we started dating at 23, and we're 35 now. So we've been together for a long time. And there was a lot of shit in the beginning. And we broke up for 2 years. I was in a rebound relationship. Like, all this stuff happened. And but I just never lost that faith, and I never stopped loving him. I always wanted to be with him. It was always him for me. And I think it was like that for him too. But I just knew it. I just knew it. And then you'll see, I don't want to give too much away, because I want you guys to watch on Friday the 2-part video with me and Jasmine, part 1 on my channel, part 2 on her channel. And yes, we had such a great time. We have a lot of, our energy is very similar. And so I really enjoyed doing that video with her and Skyping and stuff. What else were we talking about? Yeah, and then another thing about my story, just to let you guys know, so you understand like where I'm coming from. My big deal is like anger. That's where I struggle. Or actually, I'm gonna take that back. I've been working really hard on it, and I think I've gotten past the hump of where like I'm not gonna just like fly off the handle at nothing. I still can get testy, but I don't think that inner bitch in me is ever gonna go away, because I don't know. I've always been like this is I don't know. Anyways, anger was kind of my big thing, and what I was working on a lot. And then when I did my 30-day challenge, the 30 days of alignment, that was me trying to stay focused. And it was like June 3rd, and I was like, okay, I've made 3 days staying in alignment. Maybe I should, try to make this a 30-day thing. And then like by the first week, I was like, I should probably give this to other people, because it was really making a difference. And that was June of this year. And I've definitely changed. I've definitely changed. And even this whole YouTube journey started because I had an incident. It wasn't even that big of a deal, but I was so pissed. I was so mad over something that wasn't that big of a deal, that I was like, I'm not going to let this like fuck me up. So I started watching YouTube videos that's what I used to do to like get me out of my negative spiral, was listen to other people talk like what I'm doing. And then I found Ralph Smart, or Infinite Waters. And I do have a hair trigger. Okay, I have a really long fuse. I'm very patient, but how do I say this? I'm very patient, but once my fuse does get lit, it gets 0 to 60. But yeah, so I started watching Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters, and his videos changed my life. I was vegan within 4 days of watching it, just because of him talking about the energy that you're taking on when you're eating stressed out creatures. You know the energy cannot be destroyed, it only can be transferred. So if you're eating energy that is stressed out, scared, hurt, fearful, treated badly its whole life, born to literally be slaughtered, you are ingesting all of that and it's becoming part of you. Your food that you eat makes the new cells in your body. So you literally are what you eat. So when I was watching his channel, 4 days in, I went vegan. And then by the end of the week, I had started my YouTube channel. And I always credit Ralph. I owe my whole life to him at this point because I was just like lost for a long time. And I had been chasing fame. I'm a musician and all I cared about my whole life was like, I was going to be like Lady Gaga or Katy Perry or freaking Madonna. Like that was my whole goal for my entire life. And then I quit drinking alcohol. And when I was sober, I realized I didn't want that life anymore. And I had chased it for so long, all the way up until my 30s. And then I got to my 30s and I was like, actually, this doesn't sound fun anymore. Like I don't want that crazy, hectic life. People always in my business, people, digging through your trash and taking pictures of you all the time. I was like, this, never mind. I still make music, but I didn't want to be like famous like that anymore. So then I had this major identity crisis. I didn't know what I was here on this planet to do anymore, because I had never entertained any other idea. But thankfully, my family encouraged. My grandparents had college funds set up for me and my cousins. So I did go to college. I did get a degree in behavioral science, and I had never used it. I have never gotten a job from that degree, not one time. And then now I'm doing it. It's just so funny that my life just came full circle and I didn't even realize that I was going to school. As dumb as this sounds, I didn't realize I was going to school for what I would be doing in my life, because when I was in college, when I graduated high school in 2001, going to school for music was basically like throwing away your degree. Now, if I had that degree, I would be doing all kinds of cool stuff. I could be producing, having a record label, helping other musicians, doing voice lessons, whatever. But I didn't do that. I studied behavioral science, but that's good now because now I'm on this road, and I don't know if I would have been as fulfilled. I'm sure I would have. I like coaching people. I like helping people. That's always been. I mean, that is why I went to behavioral science, because I was interested. I just chose something that was interesting to me. It was just studying people, and I've always been interested in people and human interaction and things like that. Okay. Whew. Sorry, guys. I can be so wordy, especially if I'm having coffee. Yeah, Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters. Here, I'll type it in the chat just so you guys. He is such a light spirit, so positive and kind. And then I'm also gonna put Jake Ducey. I also really like. I've been watching him lately. He also has a really positive message and aura. So it makes me like. I like to watch Jake Ducey's videos before bed because it puts me in a good mood. Yeah, give it to your 22-year-old. Man, I wish I would have known this stuff when I was 22. I wish I would have known it when I was 15. I think that it's a tragedy that they're not teaching people how to control their lives, how to make what they want happen. And that's why I'm doing it, is because, why the fuck are we taught algebra? Why aren't we taught how to balance a checkbook? Oh, that's old school. Hold on. Why aren't we taught how to manage money? Why aren't we taught how to invest? Why aren't we taught how to hold down a job? You know what I mean? It's you're in school to be indoctrinated in all this bullshit. You're taught all this crap that doesn't matter and doesn't affect the rest of your life. And then they throw you out into the world at 18 and expect you to pick what the hell you're going to do for the rest of your life and know what you're doing. So, can I see you? I mean, I can see the things you're typing. I can't see your face if that's what you're asking, because is that ridiculous for me to think that? Okay, yeah. So, please tell your 22-year-old daughter. Please tell your kids. Please tell your younger siblings. Please tell your younger friends. Please share this knowledge with them, because the younger you're able to take control, and not that it's ever too late, but I mean, if you can grasp this at 20, imagine the freaking life you can build for yourself. Imagine all the I spent my 20s partying and shit, and just like doing whatever. I wish I had been a little more focused. I mean, I was trying to make a career happen, but I didn't have the right, I believed it was possible. I knew that was my path, but I didn't have the right, mental fortitude and focus on myself to get where I wanted to get. Sorry, I'm tired. Woo! Okay. Questions. Why aren't we taught self-love? Yes, exactly. That is why I do what I do, because it is not cool. It's not cool. We're almost taught to hate ourselves. We're judged, we're criticized, we're placed into boxes. We are corralled, we are told what we are, we're told what we're not, we're told what we're not good enough for. That is bullshit. It's a complete fabrication. And that is exactly why I do what I do, because it's not fair that we don't know this. It's not fair that we're all reacting to our worlds and thinking we're unworthy when we chose to come here in this body, in this time, to this family, to your specific situation, because you had things that you wanted to experience as this person. You are like, there's no way that you couldn't be worthy for anything that you want in your life, because you are creating it all the time. You chose it. You're choosing it right now. So there, like I've said this before, like I think unworthy should be stricken from the freaking dictionary, because it doesn't even make sense. There's no possible way you couldn't be worthy to be here, to experience everything good, because that's why you're here. You're here to get the love, the joy, the satisfaction, the abundance, the everything. Do I believe in Hindu? I'll be honest with you, I don't really know much about it. I was raised in like my dad was very adamant that I was not forced religion. My mom's family was Catholic. He was never had like a religion, and his mom let him, discover everything. So it was very adamant, important to him that I not be forced into a religion. And I was an atheist. Like I was questioning God at like 5. I was like, this story does not make sense. But it wasn't until it wasn't until I like discovered The Secret and started watching Ancient Aliens, as weird as that sounds, that I started thinking like maybe this isn't just this concrete world. And but yeah, so I don't really know a lot about religions, because I've just really shied away from it my whole life. But I'm open to learning more. The thing about religion is that people have been murdered for thousands and thousands of years over religion, and it's all the same thing. There's only one God. There's only one infinite source. There's only one place we come from. It's not like 6 or 7 to 20 different gods are up there creating beings, and they're all the same being. It doesn't make sense. There's one creative force. We come from one place, one God, or one God like entity. I don't know what it is, of course, but like I don't like how religions persecute and segregate and murder and do all these things over the same God we all share. Sorry, this topic gets me fired up. I'm not even gonna go there. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. You always listen to YouTube in the car and drive your kids nuts. It's so funny because I do that to my husband too. He'll try to put on music. I can't listen to a lot of music anymore, and I'm a musician. Music has always been a huge part of my life, and once I started with the Ralph Smart videos, like I was talking about when I like changed my whole life, I went on a music diet, and ever since then, I can't listen to too much music, because for one, it makes my mind wander, and I start thinking about all the things that I doubt, all the things that I lack, all the things I'm afraid of, all the things I'm worried about. It gets me too much in my head, and also because it kind of can fuck up your vibration. So there's only some things I can listen to anymore, and I can only listen to music when I'm in a mood for it. And that's, again, I'm a musician. It's very weird that is now who I am. But yeah, I like to listen to these kind of videos, YouTube. I listen to this stuff every day. I immerse myself in it because it's so easy to fall back. It's so easy to fall back into your old ways. It's so easy to doubt yourself. It's so easy to let the limitations and the circumstance and all the things of this 3D world that are bogging you down take hold. And I don't like doing that, if you can't tell. Yeah, imagine if all girls loved themselves and did not compare. Yep. What a world that would be, wouldn't it? I just posted a meme on Instagram, my Instagram story, that said, if women were allowed to get mad and men were allowed to get sad, we would all be a lot happier. And I think that is true, personally. Especially as a woman who has anger issues. So, any other questions? What can I answer for you guys before we call it a day? Oh, let me ask you guys a question. I'm thinking of splitting my YouTube channel into a strictly, because here's a problem I have. My YouTube channel was started as a musician, so I'm like, I even have like a music note next to my name. And now I still do music, but it's a lot slower going. And this is what my whole life now. And I'm afraid that I'm not, able to connect with as many people or be found because of the previous music stuff and like all my like CD Baby, all um my music stuff is neither is like tied into my channel. So I'm thinking of splitting my channel. I'm kind of on the fence about it because I've been building it for so long. But at the same time, I know people that have had their channels for like 4 months and they skyrocket because they're super targeted and they have everything set up like SEO wise from the beginning. And I'm like trying to revive an old channel that's been around since 2011. So thinking of splitting my channel off. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'm kind of scared, but I kind of also feel like I should. It's something that's been nagging and bugging at me. Am I a metalhead or punk? Not really either. I've had gone through phases where I like both. And then my favorite band in the entire world is Coheed and Cambria. I follow them. I've seen them 20 times. I have Claudio's autograph on my arm. But other than that, I like to listen to more like chill stuff. Like I listen to Coheed. I listen to like classic rock, 70s, 80s stuff. Definitely 90s music. So that was my era. And then I like chill, vibey music like Cruel Youth and the Marias, Colts, stuff like that. Okay. Why doesn't Source tell everyone how to use law of attraction like people in countries ruled by dictatorship or people trapped in jail or any worse situations if Source loves everyone unconditional? Okay. So first things first, we are extensions of Source. We came here with a mission, with an idea of who we were going to be and knowledge of certain hardships that we were going to face. The point, if this is just, I mean, obviously this is all speculation and nobody really knows what's going on, but I believe the point of Earth is to discover that because it's so important that we don't remember where we come from. It's like this thing here, like when you're born, there's like a veil that comes down and you completely instantly forget, your past lives, where you came from before, whatever. I think that because it's so important that we don't remember where we come from, like even when your dreams, you don't remember. And who knows if we're traveling, if we're in other dimensions, if we're in other realms. I've heard some people say that we're basically giving reports on what we do during the day and why we react to certain things because the parts of us that are still with the infinite source and are not here on earth, they don't understand why we react to things the way that we do. So, but what I was getting at is that, even when you wake up, that veil comes back and you completely forget. Like you can barely just hang on to your dreams and remember them. So I've come to the conclusion that the reason we're not meant to remember this stuff is because it's growth. We're supposed to learn. We're supposed to discover it. And just like exactly what this next comment says, the point of the universe was to create consciousness to experience itself. Exactly. I totally agree with you. And our universe is constantly expanding, and that expansion is due to us learning and discovering more about ourselves. So every time you discover something, every time you learn, every time you make a new connection, every time you make a new, emotional response to something, discovery, that is you expanding. And we are the universe. We are all of it. We're all connected. And that means that's why the universe is always expanding because we are constantly expanding. So our whole point here on this planet is to learn, grow, understand, and repeat. So people that are born into third world countries that are in terrible situations, first thing I want to address is something that Esther Hicks says is that you are looking at those people from your vantage point. Your idea of their bottom, their bad side is way lower. How do I say this? So you're starting up here and you're wherever you come from, you're at least in a world where you have the internet and you can watch YouTube freely. So you're kind of starting here. Other people's lives may to you seem like they're way down here, like if they're in a third world country or if they're prisoners or they're maybe born with diseases or birth defects, whatever. So to you, that is a massive, massive jump, massive drop in fairness, in contrast. Like it's a huge deal. But to them, in their bodies, their choice, where they decided to come, they asked, or not asked, but they chose to be here. They knew what they were getting into. Their soul did. They're not experiencing highs up here, okay? Their highs are like here more. And I'm just kind of paraphrasing, just trying to explain this idea that you're viewing their depths from your highs, instead of viewing their whatever as a baseline of normality. So you can't look at it from your own perspective because you're not there, if that makes sense. And you basically all of this whole thing, keeping focus, staying on your manifestations, everything boils down to one thing, and it's staying in your lane. You're here for a purpose. You have goals to achieve. Keep your eye on the prize and don't look next to you because they're doing something different. They're doing something different. Every single person in the world has their own journey to go on. And so if you are constantly looking at other people's and wondering, why for them? Why them? Why not me? Why this? Blah, blah, blah. You're taking away from the journey that you are on. And maybe your journey is to help those people, and that's why you're so concerned. But if that's the case, you need to help them from a place of not pity or like understanding that it's all growth, it's all learning, it's all experience. And another thing is that everybody in the world, everybody in your world is a hologram, is a reflection of you. It's a mirror, and each of us is like holding the controller in our own little video game. We're probably all branching off into different little parallel universes that somehow intertwine in some way, but the people that you view in your world, the people that you experience, people you see are reflections of you. So if you look to them and you see unfortunate circumstances, turn that inward. What is it in your life that feels unfortunate? Why do you feel inadequate? And if your whole purpose at looking at it like that is to help them, then go physically help them or do what you can to help them instead of pitying them or wondering why they were given such a raw hand. Okay, no, I don't think that there's punishment at all. This question is, I was wondering if we were sent to this planet as a punishment for something we did in a past life. Not at all. Because I don't believe that this is a judgmental place. I don't think that the reason we feel negative emotions feel so bad is because we're separated from our infinite source. We're separated from that unconditional love that God or whatever is out there has for us, that extension that we are, that love, that infinite love. When we feel negative emotions, that's a separation from that. It's an indication that you are out of alignment with the way that your source sees you or the way that source sees itself. And hold on, let me get back. Punishment. Yeah, so I don't think there's any judgment because we come to this planet knowing how hard it is. Like Earth, if you listen to Dolores Cannon, she's amazing. She passed away recently, but she's written 17 books. She was the first person to discover past life regression. She's a hypnotist. She says, there's no judgment, but there's all these schools out in the ether of wherever we all come from. There's all these schools, and the Earth school is, first of all, the hardest one. Absolutely the hardest one. This is the hardest you'll ever have to feel or hurt or whatever. But it's also the one where you gain the most insight, the most growth, the most knowledge, understanding, and whatever, expansion. And that, of course, is the whole point. Like we just said, the whole point is expanding the universe. If, most religions, they say that God, like, exploded itself out into the universe and, like, set forth all these little tiny little pieces, pinpricks of its soul or whatever, to experience and to grow. And those are us. So there's no judgment there. It's all about learning. It's all about understanding. It's all about growth. So each of your lives, you're basically like getting to the point where you understand that you're in control. You take that control and you spread love. You feel love about yourself and you feel love about the journey. You feel love about what you're doing because, again, it's just growth. It's just understanding. It's not, you can't do it wrong. You're trying, it's a constant educational process, I guess. So no, I don't think your here punishment is something you did in a past life. This place is a gift. It is a really hard gift. And if you, again, listen to Dolores, she says that basically you start out as like a rock. You start out the lowest, like molecules of air. And then you're like everything, fish, dog, bush, tree, butterfly, up until human. And then you do the human thing until you can graduate out without creating a bunch of karma that you have to deal with in your next life. I don't know about all of that, but I do like the idea of graduating through Earth because I was just having this conversation yesterday. I really hope this is my last trip on planet Earth. I know that sounds terrible. I like this life that I'm living and I love it and I want to embrace it fully, but I don't want to come back and like do it all again and learn. It's just like, I know I have an old soul and my shit is tired of Earth. I know it. Okay. Whew. Okay, sorry. I'm reading more comments. I hope that answered your question. If not, clarify. Oh yeah, back to the YouTube thing. My YouTube is being shared on other law of attractions. That's going to grow my channel. Yes, absolutely. And it is growing, but like, okay, so Jasmine and I were talking yesterday. She had a channel for like 2 years, I think she said, and she was trying to get it to 10,000 for a long time. And then she just started her new channel, which is super laser targeted, literally called Manifesting a Specific Person. And it got, I think she's at like 10,000 now in 4 months. And I'm not saying that like, oh, the views matter, but like I've been building my channel for like a year and a half and I'm still like under 1,700 followers or subscribers. I know this sounds shallow. I'm not trying to sound shallow. I just, it's important for me to share this message. And sometimes I wonder if maybe the reason things aren't getting out is because my channel is set up for music and I'm not putting music on a music channel. If anybody knows anything about YouTube, I'm looking for insight. I'm thinking about splitting my channel, my videos onto a strictly manifesting law of attraction based channel where like that's all we talk about. Thank you, man from the dark side. I appreciate your question, and I don't think that you're being punished, and I don't want you to feel that way because if you feel like you're being punished, that you're inherently taking on negativity and parameters and circumstances that don't really matter. You're saying like, these bad things have happened to me or I'm in these bad situations because of this. When in reality, the reason that you're experiencing those negative situations is because you're calling them to you in this life. The moment we wake up or we open our eyes as a baby, I made this analogy last week. You open your eyes and you're like, ah! Okay? And then that you see it and it hits the copy machine and it replicates, and then you see it again and it replicates, and then the doctors and everything is scary and loud and you're screaming, and then they put you in your mom's arms and you're like, oh fuck, wow, okay, this I like, this part's way better, the comfort, the joy, the love, the ease, that's okay, I like this. And then you start manifesting more of that. My dog is, are you coughing something up over there? Oh, you're so sweet, baby. So you're manifesting from the moment you open your eyes on this planet. So anybody that thinks, oh, well, how does a baby manifest bad stuff? It's not that. It's just, it's your emotions replicate. And being a baby is fucking stressful and it's probably terrifying. And it's not about like, a baby is negative and they're manifesting negative things. No, your emotions literally replicate. And if you open your eyes in sheer terror, guess what? Now you have more terror coming because that's just how it works. So clean up your vibration. Again, mental diet, focus every single day. Make it a point to say, I am the God of my reality. I am the only creative power. Everything is responding to me, always has been, always will be. It's always me, it always has been. And just focus forward. Don't look back. You can't, oh, you know what? Actually, I'm glad we just talked about this because you were asking about, Colleen was asking about past revision. You can do past revision, but the past has already obviously happened. So you can't like go back and relive it, be in that moment. So you can only look forward. You only have the current moment, and then your future unfolds as every current moment after the next, after the next, after the next. So look to your now. Look to like making something beautiful for yourself right now, and dictating where you go from the future, and not feel like you are being punished. There's nothing to be punished for. You're just learning. So if you're being punished, I hate to say it, you're the one who's punishing yourself. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember being born or being a baby. Yeah, there's a veil. They don't want you to know. I don't know why, but again, I think it's because the whole point of it is for you to discover it, to learn and grow. You have to figure it out on your own. because they sure as hell don't teach it to us. How does everyone is pushed out work with this? Which part? Remind or explain to me what you mean. How does everything pushed out work with what? Let me read over here. I only found my real self 6 months ago. I thought I was depressed all my life because my life wasn't as good as everyone else. Well, so I thought. I used to stress out all the time. It's nice to learn what I have and feel more relaxed these days. Yes. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, that's what we were talking about earlier. It's a shame that we're not taught this in school or as children. Like, you are creating it all, even when you're 2.5 years old. Everything is responding to you. Your whole life is a reflection of how you feel all the time. So you have the power to change anything. And the only thing that is required is that you believe and trust and you stay focused on it. Because, I mentioned this in the beginning. I'm not sure if you were here, but like, you're manifesting always on autopilot. It's always happening. So it's not like you can't do it. It's just that when you're trying to get something, the fact that you have to try, the fact that you feel you have to try means that you think there are things in the way in some sort of way. You think that it's hard. You think that there's another person. You think that you're not good enough. You think you're not dealt the right hand. You think you're born in the wrong part of the world. You think people don't understand you. Whatever it is, all of those things are all being held in place by you. And just the fact that you think that they're there keeps them there. So just fucking erase it all. Just clear it all out. You can literally strip everything away and rewrite it exactly how you want, and it will happen as long as you stay diligent in that new reality. You cannot entertain any sort of idea, like even if you're like rewrite your whole life money wise, let's say, and then a bill shows up, you're like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna pay that because it's not a big deal. Somebody that doesn't have money problems would never look at a bill and be like, oh fuck, how am I gonna pay this? That would never happen to them. So it's just, you have to remain diligent in the face of any opposition that comes until you have created enough momentum to where that you're no longer manifesting the old life anymore by reacting to it. Well, I appreciate you being here, John. I'm glad you made it live because I really love the lives because I'm able to, talk to, obviously, interact with you live and answer your questions and stuff. So for me, I like these. I was thinking about going live every day for a week. I don't know how that would go. Let me know your thoughts on that. You're also the root to 90% of your problems. I'm going to go ahead and say yes, but also 100% of them. And not that it's bad. It's not like you're at fault for it. You just don't, how are you supposed to know? There's nothing to feel guilty about or feel like, even like you wasted time, even like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have spent so much time hating myself, blaming myself, manifesting bad things. Well, if you hadn't done that, you wouldn't be here right now understanding it, growing and learning and becoming a new version. So don't even beat yourself up for it. It's all your journey. It's all part of the plan. You have to learn it and understand it. You can't just like you have to understand it. You know what I mean? You know how someone can tell you something a million times and until you like, oh, okay, now I get it. You have to understand it yourself or it doesn't resonate. Okay. You can change, you can change the story of the past, but you can't relive it. That's what I was saying about the past. But you can change the story in that if you change the past, you go and do past revision. And I've done this for things that like, again, okay, we've talked about my anger. I have a mouth on me, if you can't tell. Those two things combined get me in trouble sometimes. So I have done past revision on things I've said that I wish I hadn't said. And I don't know, I have yet to find out if it changed for the other person, but at the very least, it's given me peace and not being like, why are you such a piece of shit? Why did you say that? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like those things that, that spiral. So yes, past revision, God, even things like death, somehow it makes it a little bit easier to deal with, like on you. If you can kind of convince yourself, if you can use your manifestational techniques to convince yourself that things went a different way, it does offer you some sort of like solace and peace. Okay. Yeah, 100%, John. And you know what? Honestly, taking responsibility for it, taking and saying, you know what? I created everything. There's peace in that because now you can say, okay, I've done everything up until here. That's fine. Nobody's judging me. There's nobody outside of me that's saying this was wrong or this was right. It's all me. And from this moment forward, I'm only going to give myself love, positive expectancy, encouragement, slack, giving yourself slack, letting yourself mess up. And we're human. We are going to mess up. You can I do this every single day, all day, every day. And last night I was still up till like 5. Well, I did fall asleep for a little while, but I was up at 5 in the morning scripting out new feelings because I was just in my head, and I had to clean up my vibration before I went to bed because I wasn't going to carry that shit into my sleep. It is every single day. I'm sure there's a point you get to it where it's more of just a habit. I'm getting there. Like half the time, I don't even need it. Other times, old me just comes right back in, and I'm sure that's why, things progress slower than you'd like them to sometimes. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, I'll just take this moment to say if you're interested in manifesting a specific person, I have not only a free masterclass that is available in the link below on YouTube and in the group, of course. Also, me and Jasmine from Manifest a Specific Person, that was the former name, it's now called Advanced Manifesting Made Easy. We just did a collaboration video that's going to be out this Friday, part 1 on my channel, part 2 on her channel, and it's going to be discussing how to manifest a person back into your life. So please check that out. And that might be on my new channel. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to decide because it would be a good time to. I know Jasmine's so great. We Skyped yesterday. We had so much fun. We definitely have like complementary personalities. Oh yeah, so I'm thinking of switching my channel. She suggested that I do just so that I can laser target it and get to more people that are interested in this stuff, because my channel again is set up for a music channel. I don't know enough about YouTube. If anybody out there knows, I'm not sure if that is hindering me, because I have been doing this channel for a year and a half, and the growth has been appreciated, but not as fast as I would like it to be. So I'm considering branching Roxy Talks onto its own channel. And if I do so, I might do that this week. I'll make sure to, of course, announce it. I'll post another video so that everyone kind of knows and you can follow. But I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. And not that this matters, but I just got monetized. I've been trying to monetize for a year and a half. And I just got monetized. I've made like $14. But I'm like, dang it, now if I start over again, I have to build up 4,000 watch hours again. It doesn't matter. It's just like these are like milestones that I've been really trying to reach, and I just reached them. And then now I'm thinking of changing it. So it's a little bit stressful on me. It's scary a little bit. I'm sure in the long run it'll probably work out better to have all the manifesting stuff on a manifesting channel and then leave the music stuff on its own. But it makes sense when I say it out loud. It's hard to sever that right now. It is growing. Thank you, Colleen. And I know, and I definitely appreciate it. I've had more growth over the last week than I have percentage wise than I have, since my channel started. So it is growing, but it's hard for me. I just talked about staying in your own lane and not comparing yourself. So I don't even know if I should say what I'm about to. I think I'm going to not say that because I don't want to continue the story. But there are other channels that are doing really well that are very laser targeted. Thank you, love. I appreciate you and all your support and stuff. So thank you. And I just honestly I want to help people. And the point of it getting out more is because I know how bad it sucks. I know what it's like to suffer through this. I know what it's like to not know how to get yourself out of it. And that's why I do this, because again, it's not fair. I don't think it's fair we're not taught how to do this, and I want to share it. I am a sharer. If you guys can't tell, I fucking talk. I'm a storyteller. I'm a sharer. I am a performer. I am comfortable talking to people in large groups. I have no problem public speaking. I'm okay in front of a camera. I'm fine even putting myself on the line and putting myself out there, in the chances of being ridiculed or judged or cut down or whatever, just because I have a thick skin and I don't really care, so I'm here to help, to be like a sounding board or a radio tower, just kind of spreading this message out and connecting with people. And that's why I want to grow the channel bigger, because more people, everybody needs to know, and it's not just about manifesting. It's not just about, oh, get what you want. It's about this. It's about the heart part. It's about knowing yourself and feeling good in your own skin. A lot of people teach that vibration doesn't matter. And if you're just trying to manifest something, then yeah. But for me, like, I want to be a good person. I want to be a better person. I want to not react negatively to stupid things in my life that make me potentially fly off the handle. So it's vibration is crucial to me. And I know there's other people out there who suffer, who don't just want to manifest something. They don't just want like a boyfriend, or they don't just want $1 million. They want to feel comfortable in their own skin. They want to feel beautiful. They want to feel loved. They want to love themselves. They want to know what it's like to love themselves. Some people have never even experienced what self-love feels like. And that's what I'm here for, is to spread this and explain how to get there. Okay, message my brother, Harley Hansen. Thank you. I appreciate that. Harley Hansen also teaches about vibration on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to check him out for sure. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Oh, and thank you for complimenting my tattoos. I don't have enough, but, we're getting there. Okay, any other questions? Colleen, you are so sweet. I'm imagining for you too. I hope that, I know that your person is going to actually reach out, and they're already making contact. So you are doing everything right. Just keep trusting in yourself and your knowledge and loving yourself, okay? Because the more you give to yourself, the more love that everything radiates out. So if you give yourself love, you are telling the universe, I deserve love, I get love, I am loved, I am being loved. That's what giving love out does. Because anything that you give to another person, you give to yourself. So when you feel the feelings of love, you are replicating that to the universe. You're hitting the copy machine on love, and the universe is going to send you things to feel love about. It's going to reflect in the people that show up in your life. They're going to love you the way that you love yourself. So don't forget that. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, what's next? Sometimes it's hard to love yourself unless you know how. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's practice loving other people. Give love to other people. Practice the feeling. Know what it's like. You know what it's like to love something unconditionally. If you've ever had like a pet, if you have a kid, maybe a parent, maybe somebody that helped you, maybe it was an object, maybe it's your favorite movie. Like, there's something that you love. There is something that just like fucking delights you and like tickles you. Find that thing and then just like feel it, 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 so that you can create like a neural pathway to that feeling, and you can create a shortcut. Like, okay, this makes me feel this feeling, and this is the feeling of love. This is the feeling I want to feel more of. And again, it's all practice, guys. It's day in, day out work. Yeah, yes. The best part of this is just feeling amazing and happy, and then making other people around you feel the same way as well. Exactly. And then if people around you are feeling happy, then because people are reflections of you. They are just you pushed out. They are mirrors of you. That means that you're doing something right internally. If you make other people happy, you have happiness within you that you can step into, and you can accept it for yourself. I think I can't say for sure, because I've never been the type of person that like won't put themselves first. That probably sounds selfish, but I've always just kind of like understood that this is me and this is what it's about. And if you don't like it, I don't care. Goodbye. Like I've never like needed other people to validate my feelings about myself. But I know that that's a big issue for people. And just know that like, it's okay to love yourself. It's not selfish. It's not bad or anything. You have to love yourself in order to create an abundance of love, because everything starts from within and radiates out. Every single thing in your world, every physical object, every person, every feeling, every energy, every experience, all comes from here. It's all been attracted through how you feel. What is something that you do every day or often to remind yourself of your power? Okay, so first thing, I've made a few videos about this. If you watch my video called Living in the End, I go a lot more into detail. But first thing, I always have a ritual, nightly ritual and morning ritual. Even if Some days I don't do it like to the fullest extent because I don't want to force it. I still put myself in a good mood before I go to bed. Clean out your vibration from the day. You don't want to bring any lingering bullshit from your current 3D reality into your dreams, into your manifestation before you go to bed. Because if you manifest, and this is another part of it, manifesting as you're falling asleep or visualizing as you're falling asleep, saying affirmations as you're falling asleep, that is like slipping your desires under the gate and getting it straight to your subconscious, which then sends it out to the universe, the law of attraction, however that part works. So cleaning up your vibration before you go to bed. Listen to positive videos. I listen to Jake Ducey, and I do sorry, my eyelashes being funky. Listen to his affirmations, and then I do scripting, journaling out, getting out all the crap, just like writing over and over and over how I feel, whatever I'm feeling that day, whatever is if I'm being plagued by something, if something's bothering me, then I script, my affirmations of the good side of it. If nothing's bothering me and I'm in a great mood, then I just write about the life that I'm creating for myself. And then do a little bit of stretching, kind of ease your body. Go to sleep and bring that manifestational scene into your subconscious as you're falling asleep, playing it over and over and over, giving it all the tones of reality, seeing it, hearing it, feeling it, tasting it, touching it, the textures, the smell. What is it like to be in that reality? And then just playing that as you go to bed. When you wake up, before you even open your eyes, just that first moment where you're like, oh, okay, I'm awake now. Especially before you start thinking about the shit you got to do, what happened yesterday, all the bullshit, fights you got into with somebody, whatever. You start playing that scene again. Bring that same scene from the night before into your morning, and just because you're in that halfway state there anyways, and just play it again. And then just take that feeling of positivity of that thing fulfilled and start carrying it with you throughout your day, and like keep it here. Keep that like as long as possible. That like that was so fun. I loved being there. Keep that with you as long as possible, and then you start reminding yourself, I'm the God of my reality. I'm the only God of my reality. The world, the universe is constantly responding to how I feel. The universe is always bringing me evidence of my thoughts, expectations, and beliefs. It's all responding to me. It always has been. It always will be. I am the power. I'm the only creative force. No one else can create in my reality. No one else can exert themselves into reality. Everything I experience has been attracted to me through my feelings. You just got to remind yourself every single day. And then again, you keep your mental focus. You keep your eye on the prize. You do not entertain evidence of the current 3D world that you're trying to graduate from. And if you do start feeling the thoughts, if you have the doubts, you flip them, you cut those thoughts off at the knees. Actually, no, you know what? It's actually this way. That's funny because in my reality, it's like this. And you just don't entertain it. Like, this is an easy example. I always say this, but like, if you're manifesting a specific person, and you just, let's say you come out of a manifestation or a meditation where you're like married and happy and snuggling next to them and you feel so amazing, and then you check your phone and you have a text from them that says like, get fucked, I don't want to talk to you ever again. You at that moment say, ha, that's hilarious because we're married and living in a beautiful relationship. And then you put your phone down and you go somewhere else and do something and not entertain it. Like, you just have to remain diligent, stay focused on yourself, and know that everything is responding to you. My phone's gonna die here. So now I got 15%. Okay. Best law of attraction tip. Best tip. What would I say is most important? I guess to practice. I think practicing with small things that don't matter. Like, for me, I find a feather on the ground. I write that one a lot. And I love finding feathers. I have a huge collection now. I always, because, they come, you can tell when one has been given to you. Just like, you see a synchronicity or a sign on your path. So I know when a feather has been given to me. So I always collect them. And so now I have like a big old collection of feathers. Things like a stranger complimented my smile, or a stranger gave me a high five. Someone gave me a flower. I got a free cup of coffee. Someone told me I was funny. Like, literal things that don't matter, completely benign things. You just write a list of them every single day, and then record when they pop back into your reality, when the manifestation happens, because that will not only help you build your faith and help you understand your own power and realize like how it comes about, but then again, when you record it, you're taking evidence, you're logging evidence of your manifestations happening over and over and over. So then you can start to say, or you can see, like, how long did it take? What was I feeling when it happened? What was I feeling when I wrote it down? What were the circumstances that led to it unfolding? And you start seeing the patterns in your life, and then it's just like working on a muscle. It becomes more second nature to manifest something easy, because we're always manifesting. The problem comes in when we start trying to do things that are big or hard or take a long time, or we don't believe are really possible for us, or we have limitations in place, doubts, whatever. That's when you have to start. That's when the trying comes in. And all that matters is that you stay focused and you don't flip back into the old vibration. And if you do, you flip it back. You have to constantly, like, sweep, 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 sweep. I always think of, like, a broom, just like sweeping out the bullshit and just like all the old vibrations, flipping it back, flipping it back. Little things I'm lost, just join the stream. I don't know what that means. Please elaborate. I like this. I get love. I deserve love. I am love. Yes, Colleen, I love it. You have such a good attitude. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna try to charge my phone here for a sec. Or at least put this thing on the... No, is that going to reach? No. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Do I need to... Okay, I don't have to charge my computer then, I guess. Sorry, putting in the charger. Excuse my hand. Okay. Oh, this charger sucks. Well, we have probably like a few more minutes left. Okay. Like, overcome your setbacks, basically. Yes. Are you asking a question, or are you affirming? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get clear on what you're saying so I can address it properly. Okay. Any other questions? Anything else? Overcoming your setbacks. Yeah, elaborate on that for me, please. Are you asking how to overcome setbacks? Okay, so a setback. First of all, you can't look at it as a setback. What are you asking, Wes? I don't understand. This is fun. I like this. Yeah, in the downtime, I'll just say, you can download sign up for my free masterclass, Manifesting a Specific Person masterclass. It's 5 secrets you need to know to manifest a specific person. The link is below on YouTube, and it is in the Facebook group if you're in there. Also, please join my Facebook group. It is for women. Don't be nervous. Just, tell me what you got going on. Join my Facebook group, Black Moon Society. It is for the ladies, but I still obviously will help anybody. I just think the group, it's a better dynamic. I'm a woman. I feel we feel more comfortable with each other. No offense, men. No offense to you, but that's just what's happening in the group. But I obviously will help you. You don't have to be a woman to understand, to do the masterclass or anything like that. Nikki, do you heal completely? Can you elaborate? What exactly are you talking about? Shit, my phone's gonna die here soon. We're not gonna be able to do this live stream anymore. I don't know what's going on with this charger. It don't want to. Uh-oh, guys, we might be... Oh, shit. Why won't this charge? All right, I'm gonna try to find another charger. I'll be right back. Oh. Nope. Oh, there it goes. Okay, cool. All right. We're charging. Okay. Make sure. Okay. You guys had questions that I'm not clear on, so please elaborate on those so I can answer them, because I wasn't exactly sure what you're asking. Hello, love. Thank you for joining. Today's Mindset Monday brought to you by coffee. Okay. All right, let's read this question. So basically I was asking what's the best way to heal completely, but I accidentally pressed that. Okay. Heal completely. Do you mean physically or emotionally? And then Wes, tell me what you're talking about overcoming setbacks. Were you asking how to overcome setbacks, like when you're trying to manifest something and you slip back? I'm just gonna answer that anyways because I think that's a great question. First things first, a setback. A setback is doubt, I think. I think that a setback is you reacting to evidence of the contrary of the manifestation you're trying to achieve and allowing it to impress and take hold and deciding that it's real because you are in control of all the limitations and parameters on you and you're also in control of your journey. So first you have to understand that even if you're manifesting something and you're doing everything right, you're doing your mental diet, whatever, things from your past, old manifestations are still going to occur. They have to. It's momentum and everything that you feel is manifested. So you may do really well and you may be doing fine, but these old things are going to happen. They're going to come true, or I'm sorry, they're going to come to pass in your present reality. What you have to do is remain diligent and say, huh, that's interesting, but actually in my life it's like this. And you flip that thought, you flip it around. You have to constantly clean that vibration up and sweep the old junk out, or you're going to just cancel it out and you're going to, a setback. That's essentially you seeing an old manifestation coming to pass and being like, oh, this isn't working, or this, I'm trying so hard, but, I'm not seeing evidence of it. And that's just entertaining your current 3D reality, which you can't do if you're trying to shift into a new one. I had a plan to manifest my Xbox or Xbox, manifest my X back. So I saw the new moon today and on the sunset, and I was, wow, can I do it? Okay, okay, okay. Now you're at okay. Interesting that you say that. I mentioned this earlier, but me and Jasmine, if you watch her channel, it's called Manifest. Oh God, what is the new? Then she just changed it. Advanced Manifesting Made Easy. We just did a collab video that's coming out on Friday, and it is 2 parts about how to manifest a person back into your life. So I want to just direct you to that video so that we can all see it together. And then if you have any questions, of course, definitely just DM me. Emotionally, after a breakup, how do you heal yourself? Okay. Well, that's a heavy question. You have to understand that, life is just unfolding as a response to you and how you feel. Anything in a relationship, any problems are manifestations that you've reacted to and then therefore created more of. Your partner is a reflection of you. Like they say, everyone is you pushed out. So your fears and doubts and insecurities essentially become the relationship. So addressing whatever it is that you have issues with, that has caused your relationship to end or whatever, I think that you have to know yourself. You have to understand what causes you pain. You have to understand what triggers you. You have to understand what you do in response to your triggers so that you're able to, change it, rewrite it, be diligent in the moment. Every time you have one of those thoughts, you catch it, you flip it. You have to pay so much attention to yourself and how you feel for a while until it becomes second nature because, again, you're creating it all. So it's like if you were driving a ship and you're the captain of the ship and then you just like go below deck and just let the ship drive itself. It could stay on the water. It could end up hitting an iceberg. It could end up on the land. You don't know because you're not up there in the cockpit. I don't know if it's called a cockpit on a boat. We're just going to call it a cockpit. what do they call it? The deck? I don't know. I'm not a boat person. You're not up there in the captain's chair steering it, deciding where it goes, navigating it through the waters, correcting it when it goes off course. That's what you have to do for your life in order for things to remain focused. It's the same thing. So don't let your autopilot decide. Pay very diligent attention to yourself and the way that you feel and the way that you react and the things that you do when you react, and then switch them. Implement new things. Make it a habit to change it in the moment. Change doesn't happen overnight. Change happens in the moment every time you feel whatever that emotion is. So it's just like a baby step every time. Baby step, baby step, baby step, baby step, baby step. And eventually you get there. Eventually it feels better. Self-soothing is another one. Like, everything's okay. I am fine. The world's not ending. I am okay. People love me. People love my ideas. People love to be around me. I am a beautiful person. I have a beautiful soul. I am caring. I am generous. I am kind. Whatever you have to tell yourself, the new story of, what you want to experience in your life, who you want to be, how you want the rest of the world to show up to you, make that your new story, and then don't tell the old story anymore ever again. Where we at? Okay. Can I script 30 days maybe, or going on a trip with an SP? How much does it take? I can do 5. Can I do 5 by 5? 5. Okay, listen. If you're asking how long something takes, you're not living in the end. If you're asking when your manifestation's coming, you're not there. You have to put yourself as, like, if you want to go to Greece with your man, you're in Greece with your man right now on the beach. Right now, okay? And even if you're sitting at your job doing some shit you don't like, in your mind you're on the beach with your specific person, and that's it, okay? 5 by 55 is a good method because you're immersing yourself in it, but don't limit it. The thing about 555 or 3 by 33 or whatever is that you're limiting yourself. You're saying, okay, for 5 days I'm going to do this, and then if it doesn't show up, why didn't it work? No, you might have to write 55 things. You might have to write 155 things for 155 days. You might have to write it for 6 months. You might have to write it for 6 hours and it shows up. It is not about, it's about you. It's about your becoming that version of you that has your man. Become the version of you that's already on the beach out there. Become the version of you that just came back from that vacation and had the time of your life. You can't put time on it, because that instantly says, I don't have this. Why isn't it here? Why isn't it here? It didn't work. It's not working. Why is it taking so long? You see what I'm saying? Like that. And that just manifests more of, hey, it's not here yet. Hey guys, did you hear it's not here yet? It's not here yet. Hey everybody, it's not here yet. That's what you're doing. It's just like, don't do that anymore. Okay. You ever had a feeling or deja vu setback, if you get what I mean? It's the same exact thought I thought. Evolve. Okay, yeah. It's just deja vu. I mean, you're creating it all. So if you think of something, if you have an idea in your mind, you see a vision in your head, and then it comes true, it may feel like deja vu, but it's just a manifestation. So it's always happening. You're welcome, Nikki. And I hope I don't sound harsh, guys. This is just how I talk, and especially like when I get excited about things, I'm very direct, and my voice sounds mean, but I'm not mean. I really care, and if I sound like I'm like getting hard on you, it's just because I'm like, you can do this. I'm your cheerleader, but I'm like more like the coach, the cheerleading coach, or the drill sergeant coach. I just watched that Queer Eye last night. Anything else, guys? If you're trying to manifest a specific person, you can sign up for my free masterclass. The link is below. That's completely free. I also have 30 days of alignment challenge. If you're looking to put yourself in vibrational alignment, that really helped me. It changed my life, honestly. And it led me to quitting my job and doing what I'm doing right this very second. So 30 days of alignment, that's below in the YouTube description. What else is there? Oh yeah, join my Facebook group as well if you're not a part of it, if you're a lady. You manifested me spelling your name, and I did the first time. Tell me more. Tell me more how you've controlled me. I'm just kidding. Okay, what else, guys? Anything else? Oh yeah, and don't forget to check out my collaboration video with Jasmine on Friday of this week. Part 1 will be on my channel. Part 2 will be on hers. And there's a chance I might split my channel up. I might give Roxy Talks its own channel because Roxy Lee Hart, that is my music like pseudonym or what do you stage name or whatever. So that's what I publish my music under is Roxy Lee Hart, and that's where my YouTube channel started. And because I only had like 300 subscribers, but I was like, I'm not starting a new channel. I got 300 people. Should have, but I didn't. So now I'm putting out law of attraction videos on a music channel, and I think that is hindering the growth of my channel. So I may be splitting off into a new channel. If I am, I'm definitely going to advertise it, and I'll probably put up a little video on my main page and stuff. So just stay on the lookout for that, please. Oh, that's so cute. You said, what did she spell my name? And then boom, I said it right after reading your comment. Okay, that's freaky. We are all, see, it's really weird how we are all connected because it's sort of like a total mind fuck because we are the only control, like holding the only controller in our world, and everybody is responding to us in our reality. So in theory, you should be able to manifest a person doing whatever in your world, but in my world, it's weird. It's getting weird. It gets really, it's paradoxical. I don't fully understand it. I really don't. And one day I hope to, but maybe that will be when I go on to the next stage. All right, guys. Any other questions? Anybody else need clarity or guidance or answers to their burning questions? Don't forget to subscribe, even though we might be on a new channel soon. You think I should split it? Okay. I've been feeling like I should for a long time. This is the reason why if you just joined, this is why. It probably sounds shallow. I don't mean it shallow, but I've been trying to get my channel monetized for over a year, and I just got it monetized a month ago, which means I can run ads, which means I mean, yeah, of course I want to make money. I quit my job to do this, so it would be nice to have some income coming in. But I've only made like $14. It's not like it's like thousands of dollars or anything like that. But I do feel I am more, and I feel like because it's such a nagging thought that of course the universe is like screaming at me like, bitch, flip your channel, split it up because if I start a new channel that is strictly law of attraction based and everything, all the SEO is perfectly, set to that, then it might just like immediately start being shared in a better way. Cause like this one, even people that are specifically looking for my channel that know like my husband trying to show people my channel has a hard time finding it. And he obviously knows my name and what my show is called. So, okay, that's what happened. I remember one time my ex said to me that he wants me to blow him a kiss. And I said, no, it's harem. I don't know too much about that, I'll be honest with you. Then when I was on the bus, I blew him a kiss and I didn't even know how I did that. Oh, see, it's freaky. But at the same time, he could have, I can't even speculate. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. This place is weird. He said he wanted it badly and he started imagining it before our date. It would make finding specific videos so much easier. Oh, meets forbidden. Okay, thank you. Ah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm having my own issue kind of trying to wrap my mind around it because to me it's contradictory to say that I can make people do things and then they can make me do things. Because if I can make people do things, then I'm in control and I choose. Like, if somebody wanted to manifest a relationship with me, for example, it's not going to fucking happen. I'm married, I'm happily married, and that's how it's going to stay in my world. But that's my reality. This is my universe. So is it possible that in someone else's universe, a divergent, like, branch is split off and then they manifest me in another reality? I don't fucking know because I'm in this one. So I'm kind of having like that's where I'm at right now, is trying to like wrap my mind around this like this people thing. Okay, yeah, Colleen, when you're alone, you think, are people really out there? I agree. When I first started like kind of trying to understand this, I was sitting next to my husband and I'm like, are you even real? Like, am I just here alone? It's kind of like unnerving if everybody is, it's all holograms. But at the same time, that means I'm also a hologram. So I'm not even here, right? It's fucking weird. How's my music going? Oh, thank you. I have a new album I'm working on. I've been working on it. It takes me a while to do albums. It's a lot of work, but I do have a new album I'm working on. It is the most personal one I've ever done. It's just basically processing the death of my cousin, who is basically my sister. So that is coming out soon. I'm really excited. It's the best body of work that I've done, and it's very 90s throwback, which is my era, and I'm making it with one of my best, closest friends, who's like a brother to me, Malachi. I am Malachi is his, he just started a YouTube channel too. I've been trying to make him start a YouTube channel for so long because he's such an inspiring and just has so many great things to say. I am Malachi. If you guys want to check him out, that's my producer. That's my very, very dear friend, and we are making a really cool record together. Okay. Anybody else? I appreciate all of you guys. I love when you ask questions. This is fun for me. This is, I like the interacting. And this is what, if you're wondering what one-on-one coaching with me is like, it's like this, but we're face to face. We get FaceTime, and basically we'll go into it with you have a question, you have an issue that you're dealing with, whatever it is that's bringing you to me, and then we start out with processes and giving you new tools, giving you new ideas, giving you new affirmations. And then we just go through your limiting beliefs and we just target them each. Just like this one. All right, what is this? What is this keeping you from this? Okay, here's new things you can implement. Here's new ideas. Here's new, again, affirmations. And I just go down the list. Like, what you got? What is it? What's keeping you in place? What is holding you there? What beliefs do you have? What were you told as a kid that you can't shake from? And it's all about just getting at the root of these ideas and these limiting thoughts and just cutting them off, cutting them out, cutting them at the knees. So if you'd like to sign up for one-on-one coaching with me, the link is below in the description on YouTube, and then in my group. You obviously know how to get a hold of me. Okay, guys, anything else? I'm gonna sign off here. I'll take another. Oh, no. What do you think about the number of birth? Like people who calculate their birthdays have a number 8 or 9 or 11, maybe. Okay, numerology. I think it's all you. It's all you anyways, so if you believe it, then that's what it is. If you, because your belief dictates what comes in your life and how things show up. So if you believe that because you're a 9 or whatever, that you have cyclical whatever the fucks, you're, regenerative or whatever, then you are, because you believe it, and it just becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point. So I know a lot of people spend a lot of times with the numbers and researching them and understanding their each different properties, but at the same time, I just like, it's your reality. So if you think that that's what it means, then that's what it means to you, because you are making it happen. Just because it's like you can go online and research numerology, and you're gonna get a million different explanations for each number. So generally what happens is you pick the one that resonates with you the most, and you're like, okay, that's what it means. But in reality, you knew what resonated with you. You went on the internet for clarity. You found the words that you needed to make it believable to you, and then you just took it and ran with it. That's really all I think that it is, personally. Anything else? On the same token, though, I follow astrology, so how does that even... Oh, I guess it's my, I think that people show up as their sign they're going to. Thank you. I hope you have an amazing week as well. And I really appreciate all of you guys for being here. Thank you for asking questions. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for interacting. Please check out the video on Friday, the collaboration between me and Jasmine, because if you haven't watched her channel, that girl is awesome. Her shit is really cool. She has such a cool perspective. She is just so matter of fact. Like, she will tell you exactly what you're doing wrong, exactly what to do right, and just get you like really on the right path. So definitely check out her channel. It's called Advanced Manifesting Made Easy. We have a collaboration video coming out on Friday. Part 1 will be on my channel, part 2 will be on her channel. And there probably will be a new Roxy a new Roxy Talks channel by the weekend, by that day. I have a few days to like really let it soak in or sink in or decide about it, and I'm about like 60% yes, new channel. Yeah, I love Jasmine. We've talked on the phone before, Jasmine and I, and then we Skyped yesterday for an hour, and then we recorded, like half of it for the video. So I had a great time with her. She's so fun. I wish that she lived in the same region as me. She lives on the other side of the country, but yeah, we had a great time. Our personalities really meshed well. We have a lot of the same energy, and we both do this for the same reasons. We both do this because it's our passion. We want to help people. We love spreading the message. We want people to grow and learn and like make amazing things out of their lives. We definitely connected on that level of, why we do this and why it's important to us. Thank you. You are so sweet. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you interacting. If you want to take my free masterclass, the link is below. 5 secrets you need to know to manifest a specific person. You can join my Facebook group, Black Moon Society. I'm always in there commenting, giving you advice, helping you with affirmations and beliefs, talking about goals, clearing things up for you. I do have a Facebook. I have 2 Facebook pages for this stuff, but Facebook don't like to show my posts. My Instagram has 40,000 organic followers, and I literally get like 400 views. So it's just like, please don't get me started on Facebook. I have so many, and I need to clean that shit up. I'm just keeping myself like stuck in their algorithm, but I can't stand Facebook as a corporation. I'm live on Facebook. Just kidding, Facebook, I love you. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't stand you. But I don't like how they swooped in and bought Instagram and then charged people to access the audiences they built before Facebook stepped in and took over. That pisses me off. I think that's fine. Like, ruin Facebook if you want, but don't ruin. Why do you have to ruin Instagram? Anyways, that's another topic for a different day. Yeah, I have a Facebook page. It's been going for a while. But if you liking and sharing the videos, and it's hard to share it because, even when you share a video, only like 3 people see it because YouTube is owned by Google, and Google and Facebook don't interact that way. Facebook doesn't want you leaving their platform, so they're not going to show links that take you off of Facebook and send you to YouTube because they don't want you leaving Facebook. They want you staying there all day and having your life sucked away by it. So I think that going more of the YouTube route and being super deliberate with the channel from the get-go and making it strictly about law of attraction and manifesting and things like that. But then at the same time, like, it's almost not completely what I am, because I'm not just a law of attraction coach or just a manifestation coach. Like, I agree that it's very important that you learn how to manifest, because that's everything. Your whole life is unfolding that way. But to me, it's more important that you understand your own feelings and motivations and triggers and limiting beliefs, because you're not going to be able to step out of that role completely until you know what is causing you to stay in the boxes that you're in. Yeah, I agree. They are manipulators. They have billions and billions and billions of dollars, but they want to charge you $5 to have your friends see your post. It's disgusting. I don't agree with it in any way. I don't like it. If you can't tell, I am not a fan, but unfortunately it's a necessary evil if I want to do what I do, unless I just strictly, focus on YouTube. But it's even like YouTube coaches like Sunny Lenarduzzi, I think that's how you say her name. She's like a YouTube guru. She advertises on Facebook. It's just like, ugh. Did I manifest my husband? How long have I been together? Yes, I did manifest my husband. Actually, that's what we're talking about in Friday's video. So I don't want to go too much into it because I don't want to give anything away. So be sure to stay tuned for Friday. But we have been together for 10 years, I guess. We started dating when we were 23. We dated for like a year, and then we broke up, and I was in a rebound for 2 years, and that was a really tumultuous relationship. And I never stopped loving my husband. I never stopped thinking about him. I knew from the moment I met him that I was going to be with, that we were going to get married. So, and neither of us believed in marriage at the time. I never cared to get married, but I just knew he was going to be my person. I just always knew it. So, yeah, we've been together for 10 years total. Married for 6. We just had our 6th anniversary. I'm excited for Friday too. I love Jasmine. I really had such a good time doing that video with her. So I'm really excited for you guys to see it. Part 1 will be on probably the new Roxy Talks channel. And if you guys are interested in getting notified if I do change that channel, you can sign up for my if you just download my 30 days of alignment, it puts you on my mailing list. But hey, that's how we do it these days. I don't send out tons of emails. I probably should send out more, but I really don't send out that many. So you're not going to be inundated with emails. But sometimes I send out information, and I will send out a notification about the new channel with a link and stuff should that happen this week. So if you want to be notified by email, just download my 30 Days of Alignment Challenge or sign up for the free masterclass. Either way, you'll kind of get into my list where, again, I don't really spam. I rarely send emails out, so it won't be a ton of blah, blah, blah. Okay. I know he's my soulmate, and there are a lot of signs, and I love him so much, and everyone tells me to just let that go and start dating, but I just desire him, only him. Yeah, just honestly, if people are telling you to let it go, I think that somewhere in your mind and your feelings and your heart, you are questioning the relationship. So address your questions, address your fears, address the doubts. What is it that is scaring you? What is it that you doubt? What is it you're not fully 100% sold on? And then start replacing those beliefs with new ones, new affirmations. You're doing really well. You're almost there, but just the fact that people are telling you not to do it and to let it go means that you feel that somewhere. Or maybe not that, but you feel something somewhere that is holding you, that's making you question it. You're right, your love is a gift. You are a gift. And, you have every right to experience everything beautiful in this world that you want. So, if you're having issues with it, just start going down, start making a list of fears that you have, or even if it's just like you're an insecurity of your own that sometimes manifests into relationship, just figure out what that is so that you can address it directly, and those people will go away, and stop giving it attention. Someone tells you shouldn't be with him, you're like, that's weird because we're already together, and then move on. You can't entertain the littlest thing. You can't entertain it at all, period, because you're just putting yourself back into the old vibration of not having it. Any other questions? Okay, I think we're slowing down. If you have a question, get it in. Oh, and if people ask you about him, you can say something like, everything's working out, or you can be coy about it, like, oh, I know he's thinking about me right now. And even if you just have to say nothing, or just, something like that. Yeah. Oh, we're back. Okay. Sorry, I F-bombed you, Facebook. We cut out for a minute. Even if you have to just say, like, it's going. You don't have to address it, but just make sure that even if you're answering them and you're lying to them, make sure you're flipping it in your mind and being like, we're together. It's just none of your business. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be their business. They don't have to know what's going on. Just make sure that in here, you are keeping the story. You're living in the end. You're staying with the new reality. Okay. Anything else, guys? Of course, you're welcome. I appreciate you being here. All right. I think we're going to sign off for today. Just stay focused. Care about yourself. Care about the way you feel. Remain diligent. Do not allow evidence of the contrary of the current reality to take hold. If you do see yourself reacting to it, clean it up immediately. Fix it. Switch it. Flip your thoughts. Rewrite the story. Tell a new story. No, actually, it's going like this. Even if you're mid-sentence and you're talking about, oh, God, I'm really trying at work, but my boss actually, my boss thinks I am such a hard worker and he or she loves my ideas. And then leave it at that and move on to something else. Switch your mind, focus on something else that makes you feel any other emotion, any other, satisfactory or above emotion. Busy your hands, busy your body, do some jumping jacks, put on some music, call a friend, watch a YouTube video. Just get yourself out of there. If you're spiraling, like, get the fuck out. Like, pull your fucking chute. It's actually not a good analogy, because if you're spiraling and you're when you're skydiving and you pull your chute, you're pretty much fucked, from what I've heard. I would never do it because I'm terrified of heights. Okay. Oh, my doggies want to go outside. I think that's our signal. Okay, everybody, I appreciate you being here again. Stay focused on yourself. Care about yourself. If you want to get yourself into alignment, I have a 30-day challenge. It changed my life personally, and that's why I decided to share it. It is below. The link is below. 30 Days of Alignment. And I also have a free masterclass, 5 secrets you need to know in order to manifest a specific person. That is also below. And wait, I have 2 more ands. Sign up for my Facebook group, Black Moon Society, if you want to be in the community. I'm always in there talking, helping, offering advice. And finally, this Friday, new video collaboration out with Jasmine from Advanced Manifesting Made Easy. That video is going to be about how to manifest a specific person back into your life, somebody that you have history with. Therefore, you have a lot of emotions, ideas, preconceived notions, things that are corralling you and keeping you in your box because you think things have already happened, and so they can only happen a certain way going forward. So stay tuned for that on Friday. It might be on a new channel. If you want to know info about the new channel, sign up for one of my freebies below, and you will be on my email list. I'm not going to spam you. I usually forget to email my list a lot, so you're not going to receive a ton of emails from me. There are some if you sign up for the specific person masterclass, but other than that, I probably should send out more emails. That might help. Anyways, appreciate you guys being here. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you. Goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye.